Hi, in this short tutorial, I will hopefully show you how to pair your EV3 robot with your Chromebook. Now, in order to do this, we will have to get the Bluetooth on both devices to communicate with each other. So we have to set them up on both the Chromebook and on your EV3. You'll notice up here, I do apologize, it's a little bit blurry. Just one of the limitations of trying to do all these screencasts using just the tools on your Chromebook, but hopefully you'll get the gist of what we need to do here. Just a couple things ahead of time to let you know I did rename my robot already. This will be an important task because otherwise, if you do not rename your robot, you might look and you'll find 10 robots named EV3, which makes it nearly impossible to pair up. So you do want to make sure your robot has a unique name so that you can quickly and easily identify it when you're trying to pair it with your Chromebook. The other thing to keep in mind is that I believe one Chromebook can be paired with one EV3 at a time. So make sure that as you go through this process that you are being very careful about selecting your EV3 and not trying to connect to someone else's because that will completely mess up the process. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to start by enabling the Bluetooth on my EV3. Now, when you go into your EV3, you'll see that on the screen there's a sort of a tab system here. I'm going to move over to the tab on the far right, the one that is your settings tab. It's got like a little wrench there. And I'm going to move down to the selection where it's Bluetooth. I'm going to hit my center button to drill down into that menu. And you'll see that visibility is on. There's a connections tab, which you may need later, but not right now. I'm going to go ahead now and click on the Bluetooth toggle here to enable Bluetooth. Okay, and I'll hit the button here. You'll see it flashes real quick. That tells you the Bluetooth came on. And that's really all you need to do right now. Make sure you do not select the iPhone, iPad, iPod selection. If you do that, your device, your EV3 will not properly connect to your Chromebook. Okay, so I'm going to hit the check mark here. Now my Bluetooth is enabled. Now, so Bluetooth is now on my EV3, so now I have to set it up on my Chromebook. Now, you remember I did name my robot, or you might not remember this, but I'm going to tell you I named my robot Unicorn, so you might see that now my EV3 is broadcasting it out to Bluetooth. Any additional Bluetooth devices will also show up here, so in the classroom, you're obviously going to see possibly 8 to 10 other robots, different robot names. Again, why it's important to have a unique name. Now, the part that's going to happen next, we got to move very quickly because the devices are going to want to pair, and if we don't do all the actions in a timely manner, the robots will disconnect from each other, and then we have to start the whole process over. So I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I am going to move quickly through these steps so that we can successfully pair our robot. So first thing I'm going to do is I need to make sure I enable Bluetooth on my Chromebook. Right now it's disabled, so I'm just going to click on it here and enable Bluetooth. You'll see before then, though, that it's already receiving my robot. It may not for you, so I'm not sure why it's here, but it is. So I'm going to enable Bluetooth. Once my Bluetooth is on, you'll see it's coming on down here. I'm going to want to connect to this device here, the Unicorn. That's the name of my robot, so I'm going to click on it. Now, you'll see here it says connecting to Unicorn. Now I need to go back to my EV3, and you'll see that it'll say connect to Chromebook. You're going to want to select the check mark. It defaults to X. Make sure you select check mark, so yes, and then hit OK. Then it'll bring up the pass key. The default is 1234. You're going to go ahead and use that. You do not need to change that, so I'm going to hit the center button again to accept. Now, quickly, I'm going to go back to the Chromebook and enter 1234 here and select connect. Okay, now when you do that, you will get this unknown error. I don't know why this happens, but you can just ignore it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And now you might not realize it, but your EV3 should be more or less connected to your Chromebook, but there's still one step left. Okay, I'm going to close this out. You're going to want to go now into your Lego Mindstorm and software here, and I'm going to just go ahead and start up a new program. Now, when you load it up, you'll see down here in the lower right-hand corner, it says no EV3 brick. And you're like, oh, I thought I just paired it. This is normal. We're going to have to pair it again within the program. Okay, so if you move up here towards the upper right-hand corner, you'll see this icon that kind of looks like an EV3 with an X. This means you do not have an EV3 paired, so let's go ahead and click that, which is going to bring up this pop-up menu that says Connect EV3 brick to your Chromebook. Now, you can read through this. The steps here are similar to what I walked you through. And so you can ignore those, but I guess if you want to look at them, you can. But I'm just going to go ahead and select the connect button down here, and I'm going to click on that. And it's going to bring me a list of EV3s I can connect to. And again, in a classroom, you might see multiple robots and robot names available here. Make sure you select the EV3 that is your EV3. So mine's the unicorn. So I'm going to select on that. Okay, and sorry, I had clicked twice. You'll see it's working. And I successfully paired up my brick, because now you see instead of saying no EV3 brick, I have my name down here in the corner. I am now able to successfully program and communicate with my EV3 brick. Okay, that completes this tutorial. Hopefully you now have an EV3 that you can program and work with using your Chromebook. Thank you for watching.